The Truth About Anthony Joshua. Anthony Oluwafemi Olaseni Joshua, MBE, born October 15, 1989, is a British professional boxer. He is currently a unified world heavyweight champion, having held the IBF title since 2016, and the WBA, Super, and IBO titles since April 2017. At regional level he held the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles from 2014 to 2016. As an amateur competing in the super heavyweight division, Joshua represented England at the 2011 World Championships, winning a silver medal. He also represented Great Britain at the 2012 Olympics, winning gold. In 2014, a year after turning professional, The Ring magazine named him their Prospect of the Year. As of October 2017, Joshua is ranked as the world's best active heavyweight by the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board and BoxRec, and second by The Ring. His knockout-to-win ratio stands at 100%. Joshua is the second British boxer, after James DeGale, to win both a gold medal at the Olympics and a world title by a major professional sanctioning body, as well as being the first British heavyweight to do so. He is also the second boxer, after Joe Frazier, to win a world heavyweight title while still reigning as Olympic champion at the top weight. Early life. Joshua was born in Watford to a Nigerian mother Yida Odusanya and a British father Robert of Nigerian descent. Specifically, he is of Yoruba ethnicity. His cousin is fellow unbeaten professional boxer Ben Layemi. The pair made their professional debuts together in 2013. Joshua grew up for some of his early years in Nigeria and returned to the UK halfway through Year 7 to join King's Langley Secondary School. Growing up on the Meriden estate in Garston, Hertfordshire, Joshua was called Femi by his friends and former teachers, due to his middle name Oluwafemi. He excelled at football and athletics and broke the Year 9 100m record with a time of 11.6 seconds. Amateur career. A late starter in the sport, Joshua only began boxing in 2007, aged 18, when his cousins suggested he take it up. His club, Finchley ABC in Barnet, North London, is also home to professional heavyweight Direct Chisora. Joshua won the 2009 and 2010 Haringey Box Cup. Joshua won the Senior ABA Championships in 2010, in only his 18th bout, and later turned down £50,000 to turn professional. Turning down that £50,000 was easy. "I didn't take up the sport for money, I want to win medals." He also went on to win the same tournament the following year. In 2010 his domestic success earned him a place on the GB boxing team, and later the same year he became British amateur champion at the GB Amateur Boxing Championships after defeating Amin Issa. In June 2011 at the 2011 European Amateur Boxing Championships he beat Eric Baraklin and Cathal McMonagle but was stopped by aggressive Romanian southpaw Mihai Nistor after receiving several standing counts. In October 2011 he was named Amateur Boxer of the Year by the Boxing Writers Club of Great Britain. Joshua had an amateur record of 40-3. 2011 World Amateur Boxing Championships. During the 2011 World Amateur Boxing Championships in Baku, Azerbaijan, Joshua marked his sudden arrival on the world scene when he beat Italian reigning world and Olympic champion Roberto Camarel, and went on to stop Eric Pfeiffer of Germany in the semis before losing by a single point to local boxer, Magomed Rasulmajidov, winning a silver medal. En route to the final, Joshua secured his place at the 2012 Olympic Games in the 91 kg plus division as a relative newcomer to the elite level of the sport. 2012 Olympic Games. Joshua went into the 2012 London Olympics as a novice on the international scene, despite being a world silver medalist. He received a tough draw in the last 16 of the super heavyweight event, in Cuban Islam de Savon, ranked number 4 in the world by AIBA and nephew of the three-time Olympic champion, Felix Savon. The home boxer battled through 3 tough rounds in his opening contest before being given the result 17-16. This decision caused some controversy, with most observers believing Savon had clearly won the bout whilst a few others taking the view that he had won on merit. In his next bout he fought 2008 Beijing Olympics silver medalist, Zhang Zhilei, dropping his taller opponent in the middle round. Joshua won by 15-11, guaranteeing at least a bronze medal. In the semi-final Joshua met Kazakhstan boxer, Ivan Dichko, but despite Joshua's height disadvantage he won by 13-11 victory, gaining a place in the Olympic final. Joshua met 32-year-old reigning Olympic champion and former twice world champion, Roberto Camarel of Italy in the closing bout. After conceding the first two rounds, 6-5 and 13-10, to Camarel, an adversary he had already beaten the previous year, Joshua grew into the fight and fought back to level the scores after the third round, 18-18. Joshua was announced winner via count back in the new Olympic champion. The final decision was criticized by some boxing experts, being defined as a home decision. He was appointed member of the Order of the British Empire, MBE, in the 2013 New Year Honours for services to boxing. Amateur highlights: 2009 as a super heavyweight. Results were: lost to Dillian Whyte, United Kingdom, UD3. 2010 won the ABA National Championships 91 kg plus in Bethnal Green, London as a super heavyweight. Results were: defeated Chris Duff, United Kingdom, WO, defeated Simon Haddon, United Kingdom, WO, defeated Dominic Winrow, Isle of Man, RSC1. 2010 won the Haringey International Tournament in Haringey, London as a super heavyweight. Results were: defeated Otto Wallin, Sweden, PTS. 2011 won the ABA National Championships 91 kg plus in Colchester, Essex as a super heavyweight. Results were: defeated Faiza Bode Abbas, United Kingdom, PTS. 24-15. 2011 came 7th in the 39th European Amateur Boxing Championships 91 kg plus in Ankara, Turkey as a super heavyweight. Results were: defeated Eric Brecklin, Germany, PTS. 23-16, defeated Cathal McMonagle, Ireland, PTS. 22-10, lost to Mihai Nistor, Romania, RSCH3. 2011 came second in the 16th 2011 AIBA World Boxing Championships 91 kg plus in Baku, Azerbaijan as a super heavyweight. Results were: defeated Tariq Abdul HAQQ, Trinidad and Tobago, RSCI3, defeated Juan Isidro Rashida, Mexico, RET1, defeated Mohamed Arjawi, Morocco, PTS. 16-7, defeated Roberto Camarel, Italy, PTS. 15-13, defeated Eric Pfeiffer, Germany, RSCI1, lost to Magomed Rasul Medzhidov, Azerbaijan, PTS. 22-21, 2012 super heavyweight Olympic gold medalist as a member of Team GB. His results were: defeated Arislan de Savon, Cuba, PTS. 17-16, defeated Zhang Zhilei, China, PTS. 15-11, defeated Ivan Dichko, Kazakhstan, PTS. 13-11, defeated Roberto Camarel, Italy, PTS. Plus 18-18, professional career, early career. On July 11, 2013 it was confirmed that Joshua had turned professional under the Matchroom Sport promotional banner. Joshua made his professional debut on October 5, 2013 at the O2 Arena in London in the main event of a card featuring Scott Quigg's successful WBA super bantamweight title defense against Yonder Salinas, beating Italian Emanuele Leo by a TKO in the first round. Joshua's second professional fight was against English heavyweight Paul Butlin at the Motorpoint Arena in Sheffield on October 26, 2013. The bout was stopped in the second round when the referee decided Butlin was taking too much punishment and declared Joshua the winner by TKO. Joshua's third professional fight was on the Prizefighter Series card against Croatian Hrvoje Kisic on November 14, 2013. Joshua got a TKO victory in the second round, achieving his third knockout victory in a row. In February 2014, Joshua scored a second-round TKO victory over Dorian Dirch to take his record to 4-0. The following month, on the undercard of Ricky Burns against Terence Crawford, Joshua defeated Hector Alfredo Avila with a first-round KO, in Glasgow, Scotland. In May that year Joshua knocked out Matt Legg in one round on the undercard of Carl Frick vs George Groves 2 at Wembley Stadium. In Joshua's seventh professional fight, on July 12, 2014, in the Echo Arena, Liverpool, he defeated Englishman Matt Skelton via second-round stoppage. In Anthony Joshua's eighth professional fight, On September 13, 2014, against German heavyweight Konstantin Eric, Joshua took his undefeated record to 8-0 with a third-round stoppage victory, in the Manchester Arena. Joshua was in the main event of a Matchroom sport card for the second time in his career, in his ninth professional appearance for the vacant WBC International Heavyweight title against former champion looking to win the title for a second time Dennis Active on October 11, 2014 at the O2 Arena in London. Joshua won the fight by knockout in the second round, taking his record to 9-0 and then winning the WBC International Heavyweight title aged just 24. In his 10th professional bout, on November 22, 2014, Joshua defeated Michael Sprott within the first round to extend his record to 10 wins, all by stoppage. Going into this bout, as he had 9 bouts all not lasting longer than 3 rounds, his total career ring time was just 35 minutes and 10 seconds, and after the bout it was just 36 minutes and 36 seconds in 10 bouts as a result of the bout lasting only 1 minute and 26 seconds. He was supposed to face American boxer Kevin Johnson on January 31, 2015 at the O2 Arena in London, but the bout was cancelled after Joshua sustained a back injury. On April 4, 2015, Joshua beat Jason Govern as he collected a third-round knockout in his return to the ring in Newcastle. On May 9, 2015, in his 12th professional bout, Joshua defeated Rafael Zumbanalov in a second-round knockout in Birmingham. On May 30, 2015, Joshua defeated former world title challenger Kevin Johnson, 29-6-1, 14 KOs, inflicting the first stoppage in Johnson's career. After Johnson was saved by the bell in the first round, the fight was stopped by the referee shortly after the beginning of the second round. Prior to the fight, Johnson had taken the likes of Vitaly Klitschko, Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora the 12-round distance. A day after the fight, Johnson announced his retirement, although he made a comeback in March 2017. British and Commonwealth champion, on July 16, 2015, it was announced that Joshua would fight undefeated Scottish boxer Gary Cornish, 21-0, 12 KOs, for the vacant Commonwealth heavyweight title at the O2 Arena on September 12. At the time of the fight, Cornish was the IBO Intercontinental Champion. Joshua won the vacant title by stopping Cornish at just 90 seconds in the first round. Cornish was knocked down twice before the fight was officially stopped. In the post-fight, Joshua said, "Gary had a solid jab, so I had to make sure I didn't take any of those shots. He was throwing a large jab and I tried to slip it. I managed to land the right hand and it was a perfect connection and he went down." Joshua vs. White. Immediately after Joshua stopped Cornish, Hearn confirmed Dillian White would next put his undefeated record on the line against Joshua. Joshua met White in a grudge match for the vacant British heavyweight title on December 12, 2015, whilst also defending his Commonwealth heavyweight title for the first time. The fight took place on Sky Box Office. The two had previously fought within the amateur rankings in 2009, where White had won. After surviving the first scare of his career in the second round, Joshua won the fight after initially shaking White with a right hook to the temple and eventually finishing with a devastating uppercut for the knockout in the 7th round, making it the furthest distance either fighter has gone in a professional fight to date. It is said that Joshua earned £3 million for this fight alone, as a result of signing a new 5-year deal with Matchroom, which sees him take a share of the PPV revenue earned. IBF heavyweight champion, Joshua vs. Martin. In February 2016, it was announced that Joshua would face IBF heavyweight champion Charles Martin, 23-0-1, 21 KOs, on April 9, 2016 at the O2 Arena. Martin was making the first defense of the belt that he won in January after defeating Vyacheslav Glaskov for the vacant title in January 2016. 39-40. Joshua set the pace in the first round and kept the southpaw Martin at bay before sending him to the canvas with a straight right hand in the second round. Martin got to his feet only to be knocked down for a second time by a similar punch just moments later. This time Martin failed to beat the count after taking too long to get up, and the referee waved the fight off, with Joshua winning his first world title. Martin was heavily criticized for his performance, and apparent lack of ambition to win the fight. Observers accused him of quitting early, feeling that he could have got up quicker and fought on. 42-43, Martin later placed the blame on the pre-fight distractions, claiming that he was mentally not there. At just 85 days, Martin's reign as IBF heavyweight champion was the second shortest in professional boxing history, with only Tony Tucker's 1987 reign being shorter. Joshua vs. Breazeale. Promoter Eddie Hearn announced a three-man shortlist from IBF's top-ranking 15 boxers for Joshua's first defense of his title. This included former WBC heavyweight champion Bermane Stiverne, 25-1-2, 21 KOs, and Eric Molina, 25-3, 19 KOs, both of whom were recently beaten by American WBC champion Deontay Wilder, alongside unbeaten upcoming fighter Dominic Breazeale, 17-0, 15 KOs. On April 25, it was announced that Joshua's next fight will be against Dominic Breazeale on June 25, 2016 at the O2 Arena in London. Breazeale was ranked 13th by IBF below British pair Derek Chisora and David Haye. Breazeale became only the second boxer, after Dillian Whyte, to take Joshua past 3 rounds. After a dominant performance, Joshua successfully defended his IBF heavyweight title with a magnificent 7th-round knockout win. Breazeale was dropped heavily by a huge left hand. After the fight, Eddie Hearn said Joshua could next fight IBF mandatory Joseph Parker, around November. That fight averaged 289,000 viewers on Showtime in the afternoon. The card averaged 227,000 viewers. A week after the fight was announced against Breazeale, Joshua announced a new multi-fight deal with U.S. broadcaster Showtime. The fight screened live in the States by Showtime after they signed up as Joshua's exclusive U.S. partner. Joshua vs. Molina. It was announced in August that Joshua would be making a second defense of his IBF title at the Manchester Arena in Manchester on November 26. This would mark the first time since September 2014 that Joshua would be fighting in the city. Possible names put forward for the fight were top IBF contenders Kubrat Pulev and Joseph Parker. Former unified heavyweight champion Wladimir Klitschko became the frontrunner after his scheduled rematch with Tyson Fury was cancelled a second time. A deal could not be finalized for Joshua vs. Klitschko, due to the WBA delaying a decision to sanction the fight and Klitschko injuring himself, which put the fight off completely. Klitschko said he would be looking to fight Joshua in the first quarter of 2017. Bryant Jennings and David Price were the names being pushed forward to fight Joshua next. However, it was announced Joshua would be fighting at the Manchester Arena defending his world title against former world title challenger Eric Molina, 25-3, 19 KOs, who was coming off a stoppage victory against Tomasz Adamek, although being behind on the official scorecards. The fight was televised in the United States live on Showtime. After 2 one-sided rounds, which saw Molina hardly throw anything, Joshua knocked Molina out in the 3rd round. According to Nielsen Media Research, the fight peaked at 390,000 on Showtime, with an average viewing of 368,000 viewers. Unified heavyweight champion, Joshua vs. Klitschko. Main article, Anthony Joshua vs. Wladimir Klitschko. On November 2, 2016. The WBA finally agreed to sanction a unification bout between Joshua and Klitschko for the vacant WBA super title, previously held by Tyson Fury. The WBA agreement was, if Joshua retained his belt against Eric Molina, the fight would take place on April 29, 2017 at Wembley Stadium in London. On December 10, 2016, Joshua knocked out Molina in the 3rd round and the Joshua vs. Klitschko fight was officially announced. WBA President Gilberto J. Mendoza confirmed that the winner will have to face mandatory challenger Luis Ortiz next, with deadlines due to be set after the unification fight. A day later the IBF announced the winner must fight their mandatory challenger Kubrat Pulev. Because of this clashing with the WBA enforcing their mandatory, it was believed that either Joshua or Klitschko would have to vacate a title. In January 2017, Eddie Hearn announced that over 80,000 tickets had been sold, a new box office record, overtaking Carl Frick vs. George Groves 2. He put a request in for 5,000 more tickets to be made available. It was reported that Joshua would earn in the region of £15 million for the fight. 68. At the weigh-in, Klitschko weighed in at 240¼ pounds, the lightest he had weighed since 2009. Joshua came in heavier at 250 pounds. In front of a post-war record crowd of 90,000 in attendance, Joshua won by TKO in a high-drama war that saw both men giving their all. They fought a close and cautious first 4 rounds. In the 5th, Joshua came out roaring and barraged Klitschko to the canvas. An angry Klitschko rose up and dominated Joshua for the remainder of the round, battering him and scoring his own knockdown in round 6. The next few rounds were again cautious, both men wary of each other, until a reinvigorated Joshua attacked Klitschko in round 11, sending him to the canvas. Klitschko again rose but Joshua knocked him down for a second time in the round, then sent a barrage of punches while Klitschko was against the ropes that made the referee stop the fight. At the time of stoppage, Joshua was ahead on 2 judges' scorecards, 96-93 and 95-93, and the third judge had Klitschko ahead, 95-93. CompuBox stats showed that Joshua landed 107 of his 355 punches thrown, 30%, and Klitschko landed 94 of 256, 37%. Joshua called out Fury in the post-fight interview, "Tyson Fury, where you at, baby? Come on, that's what they want to see. I just want to fight everyone. I'm really enjoying this right now." In the press conference after the fight, Joshua said he would have no issues with having another fight with Klitschko. "I don't mind fighting him again, if he wants the rematch. Big respect to Wladimir for challenging the young lions of the division. It's up to him, I don't mind. As long as Rob thinks it's good, I'm good to go." Eddie Hearn said Joshua's next fight would likely take place at the end of the year, possibly at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. The fight averaged 659,000 viewers on Showtime in the United States. It was shown live and the fight began around 5 p.m. ET and 2 p.m. PT. Nielsen Media Research revealed the fight peaked at 687,000 viewers, which was during rounds 5 and 6. This was an increase from Joshua's previous Showtime numbers that aired live during the late afternoon. The delayed tape replay on HBO was watched by an average 738,000 viewers and peaked at 890,000. In a press release, German TV channel RTL announced the fight was watched by an average 10.43 million viewers. The whole card averaged 9.59 million viewers. This was higher than the 8.91 million that tuned in to watch Klitschko vs. Fury in 2015. On June 7, 2017, the IBF granted Joshua an exemption for him to rematch Klitschko instead of fighting mandatory challenger Kubratpulev. At this point, it was not said that the rematch would take place. Klitschko said he needed time to review his situation before agreeing to a rematch. It was only weeks after the fight, when Eddie Hearn filed the paperwork to the IBF to request the exemption to the mandatory defense. IBF explained that the rematch must take place no later than December 2, 2017, and the winner must fight Pulev next with no exemptions. On August 2, Joshua revealed he would need to start a 3-month training camp on August 22, if he was to fight on November 11, therefore hoping a fight with Klitschko would be finalized by then. However, on August 3, 2017, soon after the IBF granted an exemption, Klitschko announced on his website and social media channels that he was retiring from the sport of boxing. "Your license has expired, or you do not have a valid license verification file. Please contact our sales support team for more information," thus ending the possibility of a Joshua v. Klitschko rematch. Joshua vs. Takam. Joshua vs. Takam at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. On August 3, 2017, Klitschko announced on his website and social media channels that he was retiring from boxing. As a result, on August 4, upon learning that Klitschko had retired, the IBF immediately ordered Joshua and 36-year-old Kubratpulev, 25-1, 13 KOs, to fight next, with a deal needing to be reached by September 3, 2017. The WBA then ordered Joshua to make his mandatory defense against their top-ranked fighter Luis Ortiz, giving them 30 days to reach a deal. According to Hearn, the plan going forward was to fight Pulev next, followed by Ortiz and then a potential unification fight against Deontay Wilder. On August 22, details between the camps of Joshua and Pulev were being discussed and close to being finalized for the date of October 28, 2017, with Las Vegas as the potential host. On August 28, it was announced that Joshua and Pulev would fight at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Promoter Eddie Hearn made the official announcement on September 5. "I'm delighted that we will be in Cardiff at the magnificent Principality Stadium for the next step of the AJ journey. Nearly 80,000 will gather on October 28 to create another unforgettable night of boxing. Anthony will meet his mandatory challenger, IBF No. 1 ranked Kubrat Pulev, and the card will be stacked with world championship action, domestic title fights and the very best young stars in the game. Get ready for the next episode from the biggest star in world boxing." The official press conference took place on September 11 and the following day, a reported 70,000 tickets had been sold, making it the fastest-selling event. It also set the record of largest boxing attendance to be expected indoors. The previous record was Muhammad Ali vs. Leon Spinks rematch, which gathered 63,000 fans at the New Orleans Superdome in 1978. Joshua's three-fight deal with Showtime had expired, giving Eddie Hearn the chance to talk to other providers. Showtime had the right of first option and a matching right, if any providers bid higher. When HBO bid $1.6 million for the rights to show the fight, Showtime matched the bid, meaning the fight would be shown live in the afternoon on Showtime. On October 16, rumors circulated that Pulev had suffered an injury, which could see the fight being in jeopardy. The same report suggested the injury was 10 days old, but Pulev's camp had kept it quiet. 92. The injury was later revealed to be true, and 36-year-old Carlos Takam, 35-3-1, 27 KOs, who was ranked number 3 by the IBF, stepped in to replace Pulev on 12 days' notice. Eddie Hearn said in a statement that he received a phone call from Pulev's promoter Cale Sauerland, advising him of a shoulder injury he had sustained during sparring. Hearn revealed when the Joshua vs. Pulev fight was made, he reached out to Takam's camp, knowing they would be next in line, and told them to begin a training camp and stay on standby. IBF stated that Joshua fighting Takam would satisfy his mandatory defense, despite Hearn claiming Joshua would weigh around 235 pounds to 240 pounds. He officially weighed a career-heavy 254 pounds, while Takam came in at 235 pounds. On fight night, in front of nearly 80,000 fans in attendance, Joshua retained his world titles with what many believed was a premature stoppage in round 10. The official time of stoppage was 1 minute, 34 seconds. Many fans ringside also booed the referee stoppage, which saw Takam go out on his feet. After a cagey first round, the second round saw Takam accidentally headbutt Joshua's nose, likely breaking it, causing Joshua's eyes to water. In round 4, Joshua opened up a cut above Takam's right eye. After the referee checked the eye, Joshua knocked Takam down with a left hook to the head. Takam beat the count and lasted the remainder of the round. Another cut appeared above Takam's left eye in round 7. Referee Phil Edwards asked the ringside doctor to take a look at Takam a few times during the fight. During round 8 and 9, Joshua started to back off, which saw Takam come forward and land some good shots to Joshua's head. In round 10, Joshua landed a clean right uppercut, followed by a barrage of punches. Referee Edwards, seeing this, stepped in between, halting the fight. A doctor confirmed that Joshua's nose was not broken, only bruised and swollen. It was revealed at the time of stoppage, judges Paul Cardini and Michael Alexander had Joshua ahead 89-81. Whilst Judge Ron McNair had the fight 90-80 perfect for Joshua. In the post-fight interview, Joshua was asked about the stoppage, to which he replied, "It was a good fight until the ref stopped it. I have the utmost respect for Takam. I have no interest for what's going on with the officials. My job is the opponent. I don't have control over the ref's decision." Takam believed the fight was stopped too early, stating he would appreciate a rematch. Hearn and Joshua spoke about potential fights in 2018, which included fights with Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder, where a win against both would see Joshua the undisputed champion and an all-British clash against Tyson Fury. CompuBox stats showed that Joshua landed 152 of 454 punches thrown, 34%, and Takam was less busy connecting 52 of his 222 thrown, 23%. The fight, which was shown live in the US on Showtime, averaged 334,000 viewers. A replay was shown later in the evening, which averaged 309,000 viewers. Personal life: Joshua has expressed an interest in chess as well as reading as a way to reinforce his boxing and tactical abilities. He was a bricklayer before taking up boxing full-time. In 2009, Joshua was put on remand in Reading Prison for what he describes as fighting and other crazy stuff. He was made to wear an electronic tag on his ankle when released. In March 2011, Joshua was pulled over by the police for speeding in Colindale, North London. He was found with 8 ounces of herbal cannabis hidden in a sports bag in his Mercedes-Benz. He was charged with possession with intent to supply a Class B drug, an offence that carries a maximum 14-year sentence. Joshua was suspended from GB Boxing Squad and was sentenced to a 12-month community order and 100 hours unpaid work after pleading guilty at Crown Court. In November 2016, Joshua announced he would be investing in a members-only fitness gym, BXR. Joshua teamed up with the founders of BXR Viaductus Physio and Medical Contacts, and the same team from CHHP London in Harley Street are available at BXR, including a number of sports therapists, physiotherapists, doctors and osteopaths alongside BXR's boxers, boxing coaches and MMA fighters. The gym opened in January 2017 on Chiltern Street in Marylebone, London. Joshua has said that he does not follow any particular religion, but is interested in religion in general. In January 2017, he posted a photo of himself praying at a mosque in Dubai. The image generated a significant anti-Muslim backlash against him on social media. The 10 Haringey Box Cup. Joshua won the Senior ABA Championships in 2010, in only his 18th bout, and later turned down £50,000 to turn professional. Turning down that £50,000 was easy. "I didn't take up the sport for money, I want to win medals." He also went on to win the same tournament the following year. In 2010 his domestic success earned him a place on the GB boxing team, and later the same year he became British amateur champion at the GB Amateur Boxing Championships after defeating Amin Issa. In June 2011 at the 2011 European Amateur Boxing Championships Langley Secondary School. Growing up on the Meriden Estate in Garston, Hertfordshire, Joshua was called Femi by his friends and former teachers, due to his middle name Oluwafemi. He excelled at football and athletics and broke the year 9 100m record with a time of 11.6 seconds. Amateur career. A late starter in the sport, Joshua only began boxing in 2007, aged 18, when his cousins suggested he take it up. His club, Finchley ABC in Barnet, North London, is also home to professional heavyweight Direct Chisora. Joshua won the 2009 and 20. The truth about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Oluwafemi Olaseni Joshua, MBE, born October 15, 1989, is a British professional boxer. He is currently a unified world heavyweight champion, having held the IBF title since 2016, and the WBA, Super, and IBO titles since April 2017. At regional level he held the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles from 2014 to 2016. As an amateur competing in the super heavyweight division, Joshua represented England at the 2011 World Championships, winning a silver medal. He also represented Great Britain at the 2012 Olympics, winning gold. In 2014, a year after turning professional, the Ring magazine named him their Prospect of the Year. As of October 2017, Joshua is ranked as the world's best active heavyweight by the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board and BoxRec, and second by the Ring. His knockout-to-win ratio stands at 100%. Joshua is the second British boxer, after James DeGale, to win both a gold medal at the Olympics and a world title by a major professional sanctioning body, as well as being the first British heavyweight to do so. He is also the second boxer, after Joe Frazier, to win a world heavyweight title while still reigning as Olympic champion at the top weight. Early life: Joshua was born in Watford to a Nigerian mother Yida Odusanya and a British father Robert of Nigerian descent. Specifically, he is of Yoruba ethnicity. His cousin is fellow unbeaten professional boxer Ben Layemi. The pair made their professional debuts together in 2013. Joshua grew up for some of his early years in Nigeria and returned to the UK halfway through Year 7 to join King's